Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Wednesday, September 18th, new comic book day. Going to be reviewing comic books that are coming out next Wednesday, the 25th. Before I do that, I'm going to show a few books that I got in the mail here recently. One of them is a Silver Surfer Black, number 4. I believe this is the incentive variant. I think it's a 1 in 25. Just really like the cover. It's got Null on the cover. Silver Surfer's using looks like his board as a sword. So very interesting cover. Haven't read this one yet, but I've been enjoying Silver Surfer Black. It's been a really good read. I think the Danny Cates run, I think it's going to be a pretty well-known series for a long time. I think a lot of these books have some good long-term value to them. I still think the first appearance of Null is way underrated. That book is still, I think you can still buy it for $35, $40. I think he's going to be a major villain. I just think it's worth way more than that long term. So keep that in mind when you're collecting. Another one I got is Red Sonja versus Thulsa Doom, number 1. This was a Virgin. It's not really Virgin. There's the sort of a minimum trade dress, I suppose. So it's a foil cover by Delato. These are kind of hard to find. I mean, when you go on eBay, you might find a graded copy for pretty good money, but it's difficult to find these in raw condition. This one's not a 9.8 or 9.6. It's got like one little spine dent. Doesn't really break color. Otherwise, it's in pretty good shape. It's just a really nice, pretty cool looking image. I like Delato's work. One of my favorite artists for sure. And another one I picked up, I pre-ordered this one just to make sure I got it, was the Powers of X. What's this, number 4 of 6? This is the Huddleston variant. Definitely one of my favorite Huddleston variant covers that he's done. He's doing basically a cover for Powers of X and House of X every issue. And there's going to be one tonight I'll show you as well that's coming out next week. So I think of all the covers, I think the 8 covers are really good to get as far as collectability. And I think these Huddleston variants, just because the artwork is so cool. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on. So let's jump into it here. Comic books that are coming out next Wednesday. We're going to do this right off of Midtown's website. Dark Horse. I do like this issue number 3 cover with the skull image in the top of the head of the alien. That's pretty cool. I've not been collecting this. The covers have been really good though. So I don't know. That might be one that you may want to take a look at. I don't know if this is the final art for the B cover, but not too impressed with that. I think the A cover is way better. So I would go with the A cover if I was looking at buying that. Manor Black number 3. I believe the first issue. I don't think I had a chance to read it yet, but we'll see if it's any good. Tommy Gun Wizards number 2. I did pick up the first issue. I like Christian Ward's art. We'll see how he is as a writer. I'm not too sure about his writing chops, but we'll find out. So that's it for Dark Horse DC. Action Comics 1015. This is going to be Naomi's appearance in the title. There could be some significance to the book. I'm not too sure. But that may be one you want to take a look at. Maybe peruse it if you're at your shop next week. There's also a nice B cover by Perillo, which is really, really nice. Beautiful cover. I believe I pre-ordered that one. I'm not certain, but I think I did. Batgirl, you got a nice DeCall cover. That one's pretty cool. All right, Batman Curse of the White Knight number 3. I'm collecting basically all these issues. pre-ordered all of them in advance. Sean Gordon Murphy, I think, is, notice they don't have Gordon in there anymore. He used to always go by Sean Gordon Murphy, but I guess it probably got a little too long. So it's just Sean Murphy. But yeah, he's a great artist, great writer. Probably one of the better DC titles out right now. Batman Superman Volume 2, Number 2. I think the Marquez the regular David Marquez cover is the one to go with. This is the first full appearance of the Shazam Who Laughs. So kind of a key book. That's definitely one you may want to make sure you grab if you haven't already pre-ordered it. Let's see what else we got here. Some signed stuff. Harleen, number 1. I like the A cover the best. I did pre-order that book. I believe I pre-ordered the B cover. At the time of the pre-order, they didn't have the image for it. So I didn't know if it was going to be a better cover than the regular cover, so I pre-ordered and bought it. It's not bad. I think the A cover's better, though, in my opinion. All right, what else we got here? Justice League Dark number 15. Nice Clayton Crane cover. If you're into Detective Chimp, I'm not too into Detective Chimp, but it's kind of a cool cover. All right, I think that does it for DC. Oh, finally Shazam number 7's out. Boy, that title's been way behind. I don't know, Jeff Johns. I mean, he's a great writer, but I mean, he was delayed. Almost every issue of Doomsday Clock was 2 to 3 months delayed. Shazam number 7, I think this is like 6 to 7 weeks delayed. So yeah, I collected the first couple issues of Shazam. I probably won't collect any more, but I just thought it's interesting. Wonder Woman number 79, the B cover by Frizen is fantastic. Beautiful image. Really, really nice cover. So that one I would definitely look at getting. All right, that does it for DC. Dynamite Entertainment. I guess there's a special high-end Clayton Crane Virgin cover of Chastity number 1. It's pretty cool. I do like Crane's artwork most of the time. There's also a high-end Nick Bradshaw Virgin cover. Yeah, I pre-ordered a store variant of Chastity number 1 that looked really, really cool. Hopefully I get that. I think I'll get that this coming weekend. So I might be highlighting that next week. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool looking cover. All right, that does it for Dynamic Entertainment. Well, Mars Attacks. I did think that this cover was pretty cool by Dave Johnson. That is an homage to, I believe, Star Wars, the Star Wars poster, right? New Hope, I think that was the old. Yeah, I mean, that cover's been swiped a million times. Just another one, but it's kind of a cool cover, but yeah, I'm not going to spend $25 on that. I don't really collect Mars Attacks. Let's see, we're on to IDW. Don't care for most IDW books, but there is a couple that look pretty good. October Faction number 1. I collected the original series of this by IDW, which I believe that's being developed. I don't know if it's going to be a TV show. I think it's more developed for a TV show. It's kind of like the Addams Family kind of thing. You know, I mean, it's not really Addams Family, but I believe they're family hunts ghosts, or I can't remember. It's been a while since I read it. I have I think the first 5 or 6 issues of that series. I don't have every issue, but I got the important ones. The first 2 or 3 issues are the ones to have. So that may be worth grabbing. I don't know if it's a reprint of one of the originals. It probably is, if I had to guess. And let's see what else we have here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 98, the A cover. Since 95, it's been pretty good to collect that. So I've been picking up the A covers on all those issues. I'm not a real fan of Eastman's artwork, so I've been passing on the Eastman covers for the most part. And there is an incentive cover. I don't know what that looks like. I don't see the image there. I think that does it for IDW. Image. Was there anything in Image that I thought looked good? White Trees #2. I haven't had a chance to read #1. I'm probably going to grab #2 though, since I think it's only a 2-issue series. I do like Chip Zdarsky's writing for the most part, and Chris Anka is obviously a good artist as well, so I'm probably going to grab that. I think it does it for Image. Moving on to Marvel. 4th printing of Absolute Carnage #1. Crazy. Absolute Carnage Miles Morales #2. I think he is being overtaken by the Carnage symbiote. You got a B cover there and a C cover, incentive cover. It's okay. I don't know if it's worth paying 21 bucks for, but 2nd printing, Absolute Carnage Deadpool #1. A couple good Marvel books coming out. Let's see here, what else did I see that looked interesting? Not been collecting. Fearless. I bought the first 2 issues of Fearless, and I was really disappointed. Putri does an awesome job of artwork, but it's just a trash book. I can't collect it, so I stopped collecting it. Ghost Spider, the B cover incentive is sold out, 25 bucks. Probably didn't print too many of those. Marvel Comics Presents #9. I don't like the A covers near as much as the B cover. The B cover's by Raza, so I'm buying this just for the cover. I just think it's a really cool. I like Raza's artwork. That's a really cool looking cover. So I wouldn't be surprised if that sells out on Midtown at some point in the next few days. New Mutants War Children #1. You got the Sinkovich cover, which is okay. It's not too bad. You've got a Cloud cover. It's all right. And it does look like the hot one is the C cover. That is sold out already, so I don't know. Not too sure why, but it is sold out. Powers of X #5. You got the A cover by Silva, really nice looking cover with Mr. Sinister on it. I would definitely grab that one. And I was just explaining that I'm a big fan of the Huddleston variant, which of course Midtown never shows the cover of. So if you want to see what the cover looks like, what you have to do is Google Powers of X #5 Huddleston variant. And click on images. And where are we here? Powers of X. I know I just saw it. Where is it here? Yeah, I think this is it. Oh, let me move the camera over. So pretty cool. Let me click on it. Yeah, there is a eBay listing. I like it. You've got what's his name? Apocalypse, and you've got a dinosaur in the background. It's pretty cool. Let's see, what's eBay want this? What does they want this for this listing? Yeah, $5.89 plus shipping. Yeah, $9. Yeah, it's about what Midtown's asking. I think Midtown's asking $8 for it. It's a 1 in 10 incentive. So what's interesting is the first 4 issues of House of X and Powers of X, the Huddleston variants, were basically on the cover price at $5. So not anymore. I'm assuming that's because Midtown is selling them pretty well and decided not to discount them. So you're going to be paying a little bit more money now. Number 6 is really going to be cool. Yeah, I think it was Powers of X number 6. Let me take a look here. Maybe I'm wrong. It was either Powers of X or House of... I'm getting the two confused. Because Huddleston's doing both covers. Yeah, I like this one too. That's Huddleston. That's really cool. I'm going to try to collect all of them. I don't think I have all of them, but I think I have most of them. Of course, that's the number 1. Yeah, so... Yeah, I mean, buy the cover you like. Those Huddleston and the A cover are the ones I like for each of that series. And the writing on it, obviously, by Hickman's been very, very good. Strike Force, number 1. I don't know much about this book. Looks like the C cover is sold out on Midtown already. That's by Diodato, so that might be a hot book, perhaps. And I think that's it for Marvel. Now we're moving on last to Independence. There's a couple independent titles I thought looked interesting. Bad Reception, I do have issue number 1 of that. I have not read it yet, so I'm going to see how number 1 is before deciding to purchase number 2. Further down the list here. All right, guys, we're going a little slow here. Knights Temporal number 3. Cullen Bunn. First 2 issues were pretty good, so I am going to continue with that. I usually go at least 5 issues on a run. You know, by the 5th issue, I know whether I really want to continue to read it or not, typically. So I'll be grabbing that one. The Plot number 1. There's a couple covers. The A cover is sold out on Midtown already. The B cover is still available. I did pre-order this one. I'm a big fan of House of Secrets number 32, I believe, 92. House of Secrets 92, which is the first appearance of Swamp Thing. This kind of has a Swamp Thing vibe to it. That's definitely a cover swipe from House of Secrets 92. The C cover, which they don't show pictured here, is really good. So I think my favorite might be the C cover. Let me show you what that looks like. I believe I did find one image of it. Man, I know it's on here. I just saw it today. I think the guy's name's Tim. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I mean, that is a cool looking cover. First of all, I'm kind of a sucker for black covers. I just think that is just awesome. I believe the cover artist is Tim Seeley? Tim something. I can't, let me see, go back to the listing. Tim Daniel, sorry. Yeah, Tim Daniel is the artist. So I just love that cover. So I'm basically getting all 3 covers. I'm hoping it's a good book. Vault Comics is the publisher. You know, I really liked, I got it here in my stack here, Heathen number 1. I've got basically the first 7 issues. Number 1's a first print. The other ones are our second prints, which are pretty cool, like this Bartel second print. believe this number 3 is also a second print, which is cool. And I really liked issue number 1. I'm definitely looking forward to reading this. And then there's, I think the rest I've got number 4 and up are first prints. But, you know, Vault can, I mean, first of all, I wish Marvel would produce books like this. The card stock covers, I mean, they're well done. Vault definitely puts some quality into their books. So I wish Marvel would do that. Instead, they give you basically toilet paper. It's not that bad, but it's not that great. All right, so the plot number 1, I highly recommend grabbing that. Another one here is Psycho List number 2. Notice, obviously, this is a hot book. They're limiting it to 1 per customer, and it's already sold out on Midtown. So make sure you have it on your pull list. I have it on my pull list, so I'm automatically guaranteed to get an issue. But that book is definitely low print run. First issue, the print run, I believe, was only like 2,300 copies. So I see listings on eBay for $20 to $25 for it. So I got to give a shout out to my man Marcus. Marcus had a feeling this was going to be a hot book, and I know he ordered a bunch of them. He found some website where he was able to basically pre-order them, and could order as many as he wanted. I don't know how many he ordered, but I know he ordered more than a couple. So good on him for doing that. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. I'm way behind in my reading. Went on a business trip. I've just been doing a lot of other things lately, so I need to catch up onto that. Red Winter number 3 rather, is out. Notice Scout Comics, it's a low print run book. They limit you to 1 per customer, and it's already sold out. So you may want to put that on your pull list. I believe I pre-ordered all that already. Another one that looks interesting by Vault Comics is Relics of Youth number 1. It looks interesting. The premise, I believe the premise on this is a character by the name of Nate Rodriguez keeps dreaming of an island. Soon the dreams become waking visions. Alone and concerned, Nate manages to locate other teenagers across the globe who share her intense obsession with the unmapped enclave. And then the strangest part, every one of them wakes up one morning with a mysterious tattoo, a tattoo only the 6 of them can see. Now each of them knows no matter the obstacles in their way, they must discover this unknown paradise. So the premise sounds interesting to me. Vault Comics, I'm starting to pay more attention to them. I think they've got some pretty good titles on their hands. There's These Savage Shores I've been collecting consistently. Heathen I've been collecting that. So there's some. This is what I hate about Midtown. If you click on to get details on a book, you can't go right back to where you were. You have to literally go through that page again, which is stupid. I don't know. Midtown, I mean, there's some good things about Midtown, and there's a lot of crappy things about their website. So, I mean, they do have a nice format. It's just, obviously they have some technical glitches. It's the only problem. It slows up my videos every time I have to read something. All right, I think I'm catching back up. Where am I here? Load more. And a lot of independent books this next week. All right, we're back to where I left off. Let's see, what else did I see here that looked interesting? That might be it. Three Stooges, Vamp Blade, okay. William the Last. Some of these independent publishers, man, print runs on these, some of these are really low. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys, so that's kind of what I had for next Wednesday, books that I'm highlighting. So The Plot, I definitely think you should pick that up. I think that book could be really good. Psycho List number 2, make sure you got that on your pull list, or grab it from your LCS. Hopefully you can get that. And Red Winter, first 2 issues were really good on that. I like the writing, artwork's decent, and I think Relics of Youth is worth giving a try, especially I think that's a Deadly Class homage, I believe, which I know I have that issue. So yeah, so there's some nice books coming out next Wednesday, as usual. Try to highlight what I think might be good to grab. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of these videos. Let me know what you think of these books. Maybe there's something on that list that's coming out next Wednesday that I should have highlighted that I didn't. So please post those in the comments. Look for my next video, probably on Friday, highlighting the Hot 10 list by CBSI. I'll probably also do one on Cover Price, the top 20 list there. I get a lot of people comment that they like my reviews, so I'll try to do both of them. And I also might have another video out this weekend, either with a comic book haul of some books I might be getting, or maybe some comic book news. I'll go through the Bleeding Cool and CBR news feeds and see if there's anything worth highlighting and mentioning on that. So look for that video over the weekend as well. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you on Friday.